Hi guys, Paul here at Paul Phillips Fix. I'm going to change my oil on my 2002 Mercedes E320 W210. I'm going the easy way. I'm not going under the car. I have this. It's a liquid evacuator. You just vacuum, pump it, and it puts the vacuum. And I leveled my car out. I'm on a little bit of an uneven driveway, so I put a jack under the driver's side and just level the car out. So what you're going to do is you're going to have to pop this off. There's just grommets that hold this engine cover on there. That's going to have to come off just to get it out of the way. I have an extension hose for this. I've got a longer hose. What I'm doing is I'm going to go right down through the dipstick tube. The dipstick tube is actually the lowest point in the oil pan, so you will get all of the oil out of your car, guys. Out of your cars doing it this way, guys. Some people think you're not going to get as much out. I actually think you might even get more out this way. So that's already to the base of the oil pan. Start giving it a few pumps. I let the car run for about 5 to 7 minutes till it came up to normal operating temperature to warm the oil up, just so it would flow out easier. So I may have to dump this. I think this is a 7-liter volume, and I had mine full to the top on a dipstick, so I may have to dump this out a little bit. I have an empty oil container here. So this is as simple as it gets, guys. You just pump this. You don't have to mess around with pulling the underbody panels off and putting a new thrust crush washer on there. Just pump it and that's it. So I don't think I'm going to film all of this because this takes a little while. I still prefer this to climbing under the car. Rather do a little pumping than going under there, taking out all those fucking little fasteners, getting dirty. Got to go up on ramps or jack the car up. This might take about 10 minutes. So I'm not going to film all of that. We're going to need this filter wrench for your housing, or you could use a strap wrench. I'll see if I can find out the measurement of this and I will post this. I'm an Amazon affiliate. If you make purchases from the links that I put in the video description, you'll help support the channel. It's at no added cost to you. Amazon throws like 1% or something to the channel. It does cost money for video equipment, tools, all this other crap to run a channel. So if you could do that and give a like and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate your support of the channel. Thank you to our subscribers who have subscribed. Almost at the 3,000 mark. I remember when I was working to get 100. So thanks for that, guys. I appreciate it. If you don't subscribe or give a like, the algorithm buries the little guys into the netherworld and nobody gets to see the videos. But I definitely recommend this as a way to change your oils. I do this on my Chevy. I still have to get under there to change the filter on that, but I prefer it a lot less messy. There is a Torx spec on this filter housing. 25 Newton meters. I have a torque wrench. I'm going to torque that to spec. In your oil filter, you should have brand new O-rings. Do not forget to change the O-rings on there. Sometimes they can dry up and get brittle, and you don't want pieces of O-ring floating around in your oil system. Believe me, that could cause catastrophic engine failure. Not a good scene. So always change your O-rings. I believe there's a total of 4 of them. 1 on the housing cap, and then 3 on the filter assembly. We're gonna film that as we do it anyway. So after you change the O-rings, make sure you put some of the engine oil on there before you reassemble it, so they're lubricated and they can seat right. This is still flowing. I'm just making sure that I'm keeping a vacuum on it. This thing has been around the block a few times. It may be leaking a little bit of its vacuum. All right, I think I'm going to pull my hose now and empty this out, because I know I'm going to get over full. So I'm just going to clear this hose, dump what I have in there out now, a little over halfway full. Dump that in my empty oil container, and then continue with pumping away again. Lay that somewhere where you're not going to get oil all over the place. Try to keep it upright. I'm going to stick it in between the air filter housing here. I just cleaned my air filter. I have a K&N air filter. I love them. I run them in all of my vehicles. They're a high flow oil filter. They cost more for a single purchase, but it's the last oil filter, air filter you're ever going to have to buy for your vehicle. They're a 1,000,000-mile filter. You take them out, you clean them, then you let them dry and spray them with filter oil. Don't saturate them, but you spray them with air filter oil, and that catches any dirt particulates, will stick to the oil, and the filter material filters out bigger particles. So I highly recommend those K&N filters. They've done tests with them. The engine breathes better. An engine is nothing more than an air compressor. So if it breathes better, you're going to get better performance and gas mileage out of it. So let me dump this crap out and we'll be back. GoPro, stop recording. Okay guys, one thing I did want to mention while this is draining here. Oil change intervals. I've talked to people, I have people, their reaction is, oh, the vehicle manufacturer says. The vehicle manufacturer is in the market of selling vehicles. You do not want your damn car to last forever. So consider that when you go by what the vehicle manufacturer says. On an older car like this, it has over 100,000 miles on it. I like to change my oil between 6,000 and 6,500 miles. If I go 7,000, I'm stretching it. I like to do it, I prefer it at 6,000. I only use full synthetic oil, Mobil 1, 0W40, or Castrol Edge. Which one is it? I'll tell you which Castrol it is. About these today. This is fluid titanium technology Castrol Edge. So I'm going to do a little mix of Mobil 1 and Castrol for synthetic. I never use synthetic blends or regular oil. Synthetic holds up better. Oil is a lot cheaper than an engine, guys. You're much better off changing your oil a little more frequently than necessary. That's the worst case scenario if you change it early. I was just looking at my Mobil 1 filter. It said 1 year or up to 20,000 miles protection. That's crazy. I would never ever stretch an oil filter for 20,000 miles. No way in hell. So it's your cars, guys. You can do what you want, but I'll tell you, on my cars, I'm changing them if they got 100,000 miles on them. I like to change it at 6,000 miles. This car, the Chevy, has 170,000 miles on it. I've had no major engine problems until now. I have a head gasket leak, but that is not anything to do with the oil I used. They used an inferior head gasket. It's a GM product. What do you expect? This has got 108,000, I think. The E430 has 133,000 miles on it. And they don't burn any oil whatsoever. I do a lot of highway driving. If you do city driving, definitely change your oil more frequently. Or if you only do short hops. If you do just a quick run to the store and back, that is not good on the engine, because you do not keep it at normal operating temperature for a long enough period of time to cook off any moisture in the oil. You can look at your oil fill cap, and if you see like a milkshake sludge there, that could be from condensation in your oil. So if you do only do frequent short drives, once in a while go out for a nice drive, run it for 45 minutes or so. Get your engine nice and warm and your oil up to operating temperature, and it'll cook off any moisture in there. So that's my little oil lecture for you guys. So I'm gonna keep pumping here. I'm old. This is the most excitement I get anymore. No, I'm kidding. So how's everybody liking the state of the world? Pretty fucking crazy, isn't it? This Ukraine thing is making me absolutely sick. Somebody needs to assassinate that son of a bitch Putin. I find it absolutely insane that one madman is holding half of the fucking world hostage. And I don't know what's up with Germany with not delivering the heavy weapons they promised. That's pissing me off. I'm German. I'm really disappointed in that shit. That's pissing me off. I don't understand that. I knew this was happening. You don't amass 150,000 people, soldiers, on the border of another country unless you intend on invading it. I think Great Britain sent some supplies before the war started, and a couple of other countries, but the more these Russian forces get entrenched, the harder it is going to be to get them out of there. I don't know why they're dribbing and drabbing everything in here, afraid to step on Putin's toes, that he's going to get angry. That guy senses any fear, more likely to get him to attack you. He's a bully. The only thing bullies understand is force and strength. So this may actually take a little longer than it does to drain it out of the oil pan, but then you got to factor in getting the car up so you can get underneath it, taking the underbody panel off. Then you got to dump your oil drain pan. This is pretty easy to dump. It's got a little pour spout right here where the hose goes in. Maybe I emptied this out too soon. I gotta be coming close to the end here. I'll do this on the transmission sometimes too, if I'm gonna service the tranny. Just suck it out of the dipstick tube. But thank God there is a drain plug on the Mercedes transmission pans. These fucking American cars don't put a drain plug on it. They make you drop the pan and spill it all over the place. It's better to remove it, the majority of it, with this, so you don't wind up with half it all over your driveway. Yeah, I emptied this out too quick. I'm gonna have to dump it out again a little bit. I need a new oil level sensor in here. Mine stopped working, but now I'm down to one vehicle, and I want to get another car on the road before I go doing this, because God forbid if I run into any complications, I don't even have another car to run to the parts store with. I just hit bottom now. Just started sucking air. I want to make sure I can get every little bit out of there that I possibly can. Yeah, that's it. I'm sucking air. You know what I should have did was open this cap, and it would have sucked out faster, because I would have got air in there. That was stupid of me. I didn't think of that. I was busy worrying about the damn camera. That's what I usually do. Usually crack that. I don't like leaving it off completely in case something drops by, falls in there, bird crap, anything. All right, I'm gonna go get this hose out of here and empty this container out, and then we'll be back and we're gonna open the filter housing and do those O-rings. GoPro, stop recording. Oh, one thing I wanted to mention, guys, when you're doing this oil change, dispose of that oil properly. You can bring it to a Walmart service center or a local garage. They will take that oil and recycle that. Good for the environment, good for the planet, good for everybody. Don't put this down on a dirty surface. You don't want to get any grit or grime on this, because then it's going to wind up in your engine. So you got an O-ring there, an O-ring here, one more down here, and then one right by the tip. So there's a total of 4 O-rings on here. I'm going to switch all of them out. Helps if you got a pick tool, makes it easier to get them off and on if they give you a little hard time getting them on. I'll lay this way so it doesn't roll away on me. I don't want it falling down and cracking. That would not be a good scene. Today I'm going with a Mobile 1. I like ONYX. What the hell is the name of the one? It's actually made out of metal. I just like the way that filter is constructed, and I think the microns were better the filtering capabilities of it were even rated better than the mobile. I just ordered a couple of them. The mobile one is a good filter. I'm not saying it's not a good filter. I just like the construction of the wicks. It looks super sturdy. I also use K&N sometimes. K&N's another good brand filter. That went right on. Looks like they gave me an extra O-ring in here, guys. Huh. Give me 2 of that one? No, they gave me... Huh. I wonder why they did that. There's only 4 O-rings on this. Why did they give me 5 O-rings? That looks a little smaller than that one. Maybe it's multiple vehicle, this filter. I'm getting some oil off of the housing, getting it on the O-rings. Want them all oiled. Made in China. Everything's made in fucking China. I put a rag over the top of that while I was doing those O-rings, because you don't know, some crap could fall in there and that would not be good. I don't bother wiping that tiny bit of oil out of there. That is not enough to matter. And you shouldn't be getting lint in there anyway. Unless you want to wipe it out with a lint-free shop towel. I wouldn't even bother wiping that out. There's no point in it. So it's 21 Newton meters or 17 point something foot-pounds. I'm going with 17 foot-pounds. Just moved on me. That's it, guys. 21 Newton meters is not that tight. That's it right there. Do not over tighten that. You might not be able to get it back off. If you do, it might break on you. All right, now I'm going to fill it up. So I'm going to put about 7 quarts in here and check my dipstick. Then I'll start it, because some is going to go in the filter and your level's going to drop down a little bit. So run it, then check your level again. Okay, guys? I think you know how to fill up a car with oil. Just don't overfill it. That's very dangerous. You could destroy your engine. So put like 6 quarts in it or so. I think it's 7 liters. Let me look up the oil spec on here. Have fun. Thanks for watching. Take good care of your cars, guys. They'll take good care of you. Do your oil more frequently than the manufacturer recommends. I'm telling you, your cars will last a lot longer. You'll have less engine problems, and you won't burn any oil, man. You'll keep your engine in good condition. Oil's so much cheaper than a motor. So, and do it yourself. When you go to these garages, man, they might be telling you they're putting synthetic in. They might not even be changing your fucking oil. I'm telling you, there's so many thieves out there, man. It's crazy, crazy. I know I worked in that industry. I couldn't do it. I wasn't going to rob people like that. That's why I did not stick in that field. Besides, it's a back-breaking job, but to do full time. But yeah, do your own services, guys. You know what filters are going in. You know what type of oil's going in there, and you know the job is getting done right. So take good care of your cars, guys. They'll take good care of you. Take good care of your families and the ones you love, and take good care of yourselves. Stay safe out there. We'll be back again soon. We got a lot of crap to fix. See you soon. GoPro, stop recording.